Hello, everybody. I'm hoping people are here. Yes,
Hello.
they are. Hey, welcome. Let's see. I am just getting myself together. I don't know where Chris is. He is in the same
Uh,
household. He's probably going to be late just because it's me. Anyways, how are you doing? How are
I
you
am
doing?
doing. I'm doing Rick. I'm doing Rick. I'm doing good.
You're doing Rick, huh? I love it.
I'm
Well,
Rick rolling myself.
I know. You're Rick rolling. So, what are you going to be working on tonight for us? What are you going to be working
Probably
on?
starting page two of my manga, my
Oh,
harem
good.
manga.
Oh,
I'm not
very
quite finished
cool.
page one, but I'm gonna finish it off stream.
Yeah, that's fair. I get that. I'm not sure why Chris hasn't joined. Did I not send him the link?
I don't know.
I don't think I did.
You forgot to send. And Mike's in the chat and says hi.
Okay. First, let me get. Oh dear Lord.
And he's wondering, so are you going to put the StreamYard link up for anyone to join in with you?
I wasn't thinking. Well, if they're going to draw, yeah. If anybody comes on and they want to draw, absolutely. But I wasn't thinking of just opening up the stream for anybody to come in because I really want to focus on the drawing. But I can definitely have Mike join us in a moment. I just let me get Chris this. I'm like I'm sitting here. I'm like, why hasn't he joined? I sent it to you and I sent it to Terry. Isn't that
Yeah.
funny? All right,
Yeah.
here. Let me just get this copy to Christopher.
Now he's saying in the chat, I don't have the link.
I
Yes, we
know.
figured that out, Chris.
I just sent it to you. I am so sorry. I forgot. I forgot to. Okay, let me just tell him. I just sent it. Oh yeah, he can hear me. Never mind. I'm sort of new at this, like
Yeah.
posting it.
So are we gonna just do it on your channel every week now, or
Um,
are we?
well, here's the thing. I said we are launching on Saturday the Mengai Yoshoken. We're having our launch party, and
Yeah.
so I said we should stream at least this week every night because tonight it's only 8 to 9. A quick little thing. We're finding
Okay.
Saturday a lot of people are busy, including us, and
Yeah.
it doesn't always work. And I know, like last Saturday, you were busy, so
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
Terry came in and Chris was
Uh,
there.
yeah. Well, I listened to the stream, or 90% of it.
Yeah. Um. And yeah. Right. Right. And that's fine. I don't. I'm not calling you out. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like
Yeah, yeah,
that.
no,
Like
no, no. I have no
no.
problems. Actually, I think Monday nights is better.
Yeah.
Because most likely all of us can be here. I was just one. No, we were going between me, Terry, and Chris
Right.
for having
Right.
it on the Saturdays. I'm just wondering whether we're going to still do it that way.
I
I'm
don't know.
open to either way.
Okay, so here's my thought. For me, Saturday is a tough day because it is my everything got to get done day
Yeah.
because I work
No, no,
Monday
no,
through Friday.
you misunderstood me. I get that we're moving Saturday to Monday, but I mean, now that we've moved it to Monday, are we going to do it the same way that we were doing it on Saturdays of switching between channels?
We can. I mean, that is absolutely okay. I
Yeah,
gotta
and as I said, I'm up for either
welcome
keeping it
everybody.
just on your channel or going between all three of them on the Monday.
Right. I mean that is I mean it's totally fine. I don't really have a preference. I
Uh,
won't post it. Obviously if it's on your channel or Terry's channel. Calling out Rick is always a priority. Jeff Potts. You guys are funny. Welcome, Mike and
Hello.
Christopher.
I'm no artist, but you know me. I'm more of a commentator. But
You are a commentator, yes. So we are basically it's a draw stream. So as soon as these guys get ready, I'm gonna put them in the focal, and I'm learning really how to run the StreamYard as far as hosting it and you know doing all of the things that Chris makes it look so easy. So I'm trying to just as I scroll.
I can empathize a little bit with you there, Diana, because even when I was getting started, it's once you get into it a bit, and once you really start, it becomes easier. So
Yeah, it will, and it will. So Christopher, I am waiting for you to start up drawing. He's probably setting up because, like I said, I sent the link to Terry from Mighty Geek Studio and obviously Rick from Cross Comics. Chris was right there with me. I was setting up the whole stream. I didn't even think to send him the link but he's here now, somewhat. So I want to focus on what Rick is doing. So I have to go down and figure out how all this works. Chris usually talks me through it.
Yeah.
How to.
Probably you want to click the one that says Spotlight and then click me.
Okay, so I don't want that. So, guys, who's ever out there just tuning in and watching, this is my second stream that I am actually running.
You're really good at it.
I know. Hey, Chris.
You're a pro, babe.
Okay. I see kick from the studio, edit Mike. No, that's not it.
No, there should be a thing with different ways for the layout.
Layout. Here we go.
And one should say Spotlight.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that opened now.
So if you just click Spotlight.
That was exit screen. That was a big screen. No, don't want that. So keep drawing. You guys are doing great while I fiddle around with this darn thing.
Actually, I just heard something that kind of sparked my attention there. So, yeah. Rick, did I hear right? You're actually doing a harem manga?
Yes.
That's interesting.
No,
I never thought like you or Chris would have been doing harem manga. Granted, I know Chris apparently isn't, but if you get kind of where I'm going with it, that is a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, well, it comes out of a few years ago over on my channel. One of my followers at that time, subscribers, whatever you want to call, challenged a few people to do it, and I've written most of the story. I still need to finish it, and now mine's almost Archie-esque version.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a touch beyond. There's a lot of innuendo stuff, for lack of a better way of saying it.
Well, that's harem manga altogether, but there is a lot of there's just a lot of innuendo in harem manga to begin with. So
yeah, but it's not going to be graphic or anything.
Right?
It's like almost, if you will, Disney type innuendo in their stuff.
In other words, you're still trying to stay as close to G-rated as possible. Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is just the very nature of harem manga and harem anime is not necessarily it's usually PG or higher because you're dealing with situations of like where you have multiple girls. And now for those of you who don't know what in the world we're talking about here, a harem manga generally is a central male character with like 3 to 5, female romantic interests all vying for his attention. In a reverse harem, it's usually a central female character with like 3 to 5. Now, some harems have more, some have less, but generally it's about 3 to 5 romantic interests who are basically, trying to, vie for the person's attention. Now, in a lot of the Japanese harem manga, there is a comedic aspect to it because of just it's a slice of life type scenario.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you've got a lot of comedy in it, but it is a little bit more racier.
Mm-hmm.
if you get what I mean.
Yep. So, Christopher, what are you working on? I've now put you on the spotlight to see
I'm
what
just
you're
coloring
working
some stuff that needs to get colored.
So you're working on the 4th book, correct?
Third, this is the colors for the 3rd book.
The color for I can't keep up with them. Okay, so you're doing the colors for the
They're
3rd
just
book.
flats right now, yeah.
And just again, letting everybody know that we are launching Mangai Yashokin on Saturday, April 1st. We still have our sign up going on, so feel free to check that out. I am going to.
Why would anyone want to pre-sign, honey?
What's that?
Why would anybody want to sign up early?
Why? Well, they get a whole folder full of very cool stuff that you've been working on. I think some of the art in there you have modified. So that's not, it's like not going to be in the book, right? The last time
Right, but the most important thing is they would get a free ash can black and white handbook.
Yes, they do. If you sign up for the pre-launch and you actually purchase a book, you get the free ash can. Exactly. You got it. So I am just looking. I should have had this link already to pull up. And absolutely, Jeff, I am so glad that you have come on, and I'm so glad that we've got to know you. The first book, like I said, I absolutely love. I cannot wait to get into the 2nd book. I'm very excited because my classes officially end April 16th, and I graduate with my degree in creative writing and English on April 30th. I actually walk down with my cap and gown, and woo-hoo-hoo, I'll be done with.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get you on my channel on one of these Friday nights to do some class, some vintage comic
absolutely,
reading.
Mike. I am planning to really have fun with it. I did mention to Mike that I might pop in on Sundays. I didn't get done until like 11:15, finishing up my writings because I'm kind of a perfectionist and stuff. And I was too tired. I'm like, no, I'm going to bed. I'm just going to bed.
I hope we can get you guys on there. Rick, you want to tell them what we talked about last night?
A bunch of different things. Obviously, we did. There was 2 articles we went over.
Nice.
One about AI art, a little bit about AI art, and one about veteran, not like a fighting veteran, but a veteran in comic book stuff. He did a bunch of parody stuff for Mad Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Al Jaffe was the guy's name. 102 years young. This guy actually got his first job from Will Eisner, and he also worked under Stan Lee early in Stan Lee's career as well. Then went on for like 55 years from 1964 till 2019,
right,
as a satirist. It was something else.
Yeah, he also worked with Will Eisner. Not that
I mentioned that already.
Not. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Not that Diana would know who that is.
Mm-hmm. No, but
Will Eisner is one of the. Some people would call him one of the most iconic individuals in comics history. He was among some of the early pioneers of what we know of today as the comic book industry.
Right.
A lot of the stories that we've read thus far on the historical comics are stories that he actually has written. So
very cool.
Yeah.
So guys, I put the link down for the pre-launch page. The early sign up.
Yeah, I already signed up like
I know.
months ago.
I actually wasn't referring to you, Rick, or to Mike.
Yeah, I know. And your package for Canadian Shield 1, 2, and Snowdrifter 1 is on the way.
I saw that. I'm so excited.
It was sent out today.
Awesome.
Very cool.
It's very cool.
Yeah, just in case you're thinking about it ahead of time, Diana, my next set of I have all April already booked, so my next set of open dates are actually in May.
Okay.
So just so you know, so if you want to start thinking about it or whatever.
Yep.
So I had Tim on the other night when we were reading through some past Friday, we were focusing in on Fox feature syndicates. We were read The Flame, Patty O'Day,
Mm-hmm.
those two from Wonderworld Comics, and from
Right.
Mystery Men Comics, it was The Green Mask, Blue Beetle, and Zanzibar the Magician. So
Very cool.
yeah,
That's magical.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's awesome. So
Get it?
I'm
Edition.
trying to switch back to Rick, flick back to Rick and Chris, but Rick, I don't see. Are you drawing? I don't see anything.
Well,
Well,
now you got his screen up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
I don't see anything going on.
I'm just getting my frames all set up for this
All right.
page,
Very cool.
which is almost done. I'm just on the side here. I'm renaming or renaming them
that's
from
fine.
frame, whatever.
I'm
panel.
just looking myself, and I'm like, he's not doing anything. All right, I'll go back to Chris. Chris is doing something. It's a draw stream, so people want to see you guys draw.
I'm not really
Yeah.
drawing. I'm
Well, I
coloring.
mean, we can still talk as they're drawing too, obviously.
Yeah.
So, Diana, you said you guys are only going an hour tonight, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so
I'm
I'll
just
probably put the link up for my show, because you
Yeah,
guys know that at
absolutely.
the top of the hour,
yeah.
the mic stand will be on. We'll be covering the latest in niche news. Got a couple of anime stories and actually an interesting comic story that I saw in Bleeding Fool today that I'll
Mhm.
go over as well. The copy of Detective Comics 27 that's apparently
Mhm.
going up for auction.
Very cool.
Ooh, that could be interesting.
That's cool.
That's
big
probably
money.
gonna be.
Well, you guys are going to probably want to catch the show tonight to get the information, right?
Yeah, well, yes and no. Well, I should catch the show anyways, but there ain't no way that I can afford.
Yeah, right. Like, holy cow.
Well,
That
remember,
book goes for tens of
we
millions.
read 27 a few months back, because we're already up to, like, when you joined me on the 14th, Rick, when we read the comics that came out from DC in October of 1939. We're going to be reading from one of the comics we'll be reading from is Detective Comics 33.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be reading Batman Wars Against the Dirigible of Doom, which also has a flashback portion of the story that takes us back to Batman's origin on Earth 2 there. So that's one of the reasons why we'll be reading that story. So actually Rick mentioned that we were talking about AI art because over in Japan there's somebody who is actually putting out the first fully AI generated manga over there called.
So what do you guys think of AI art? Isn't that like a little controversial from what I understand? Like it's.
Oh yeah. In fact, if you had a chance to watch our show last, Rick, do you want to tell a little bit more about what happened when we were talking about that?
Well, it is definitely can be very confrontational depending on who you're talking to.
Right.
Like Timothy was there, and he's very adamantly against it.
Right.
Maybe,
A lot of artists are, but I look at it it's another tool that artists can use because I don't think if you don't have an understanding of, colors and structure and dynamics and all of that, how can you do you just plug in numbers? Like I know it's
words, Diana.
Generated. What, honey?
It's as creative as frosting a cake out of a can.
Okay. It's pretty easy then, right?
Well, actually,
Like,
it's not too easy to. Oh, it depends on what you're going for, I guess. If you just want some sort of background type stuff, it looks all right for that. But like, I went and I was on Lorenzo's stream a few weeks ago, and I made the comment. Like none of us here have actually probably tried it. I think there was one person that did, maybe two, out of like the 6 or 7 panelists, and it's like.
Right.
So how can we talk about something that we've never even really tried?
Right. Well, it's the same thing, guys. Listen, there are many.
No, it's like looking at a vibrator and deciding I don't want to do it.
No, I think now you guys you might be throwing something at me, but there are
Oh
people,
my. Okay, Chris.
guys, listen, gentlemen, listen. There are people out there
Oh boy.
that also look at using digital art, such as both of you are doing, as not real art. So you do
Yeah.
get people, and Rick, you made a really good point that like unless you've actually tried it, it might look like it's not real art. But I look at it, and I'm not like a non-artist person. I look at it as just another medium. Like some people work
Yeah.
with clay, some people work with oil paint, some people use digital media. It's to
Yeah.
me, it looks like it's just another media. And if you're really good at it, you could get beautiful pieces.
Well,
Yeah. Well,
well,
the thing is,
yeah,
sorry,
there are
go ahead,
good and
Mike.
yeah, there are good and bad points to. There are good and bad things to it, depending upon your vantage point. But a couple of points that we were talking about, like one of the things that Metal had pointed out, one of the guys from Rick's channel, one of the things he pointed out about it was that the way he himself looks at art is a discipline, right? It takes work. Now, the point I always made was I think part of the issue is that creativity, whether or not AI art is considered art or not, that's basically to everybody's decision. That's one of the things that they were talking about in the article was whether or not AI generated art is really art.
Right.
The point I made is that for any kind of creativity, there's got to be that human element to it. You know
True.
what I mean?
Yeah.
In some respects, you can't expect creativity to come from a machine. Yes, you can improve techniques.
Mm-hmm.
You can, the computer is good for I'm not an artist either, Diana.
Right.
I'm not an art in fact for me when I was a kid growing up, now granted you guys know I have some, aside from the autism, I had some other disabilities including a myoclonic cerebral palsy. I learned early on I wasn't going to be an artist, or I did not believe I was ever going to be an artist.
Right.
Because when I was a kid, when I tried to color in a coloring book,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't stay within the lines,
Right.
I get frustrated and say,
Of course. Of course.
so like, okay, I know I'm not going to be an artist. It just wasn't, for me. But, yeah, when we were talking about it, though, it, it was a very hot topic. In fact, I had to
Mm-hmm.
give a kind of a disclaimer a couple times because I wanted to make sure
Mm-hmm.
everybody included, because Tim was the one who was really getting very heated about it.
Right.
I needed to make sure everybody understood that I was neither advocating for it or denouncing it. I was just presenting the article.
Right.
Yeah.
And I personally don't know much about it. I've heard of it. I mean, I'm aware of what it is, but I don't know all the intricacies. And I guess
Well,
it's kind of one of those things that you're going to take one side or the other. You're going to either go, yeah, it's a great new art form and it's a great new tool and whatnot, or you're going to be what?
well, I would definitely. Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say you definitely don't have to be an artist to use it,
Right.
and I could see somebody, I don't know, maybe starting out wanting to use it, but you're not gonna learn to be able to do art with it.
Right. That is
And
probably
right,
what people are
right
upset.
now it's I'd say best for like backgrounds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, what it'll become in the future, I don't know,
Yeah.
because if
Well,
like I said, I went and tried it, and I tried to create the Canadian shield with it.
Right.
I didn't get anywhere close.
yeah.
Well, like I said,
yeah,
it's a
and also, some of the downfalls. People now, there's a little piece of information I found out today from RJ that's of interest, and it kind of alludes to something else we mentioned last night as well. But so one of the complaints is like certain detailed stuff.
yeah.
You can't seem to do with AI art. Like like one of the biggest complaints is you can't do hands.
Right.
Usually if you try to do something like hands, you either end up with extra fingers or not enough. It's like, yeah, for whatever reason, it just doesn't work out. Now, RJ mentioned something to me when I was talking to him earlier today, in which now I guess there is a program now that that's come out within the last couple of weeks.
Right.
Fix that problem. Now they still can't seem to do feet apparently, accurately.
So you're saying this AI art will either give you the finger or not?
Okay, yeah, that's one way of putting it, Rick.
It's going to send you down in defeat.
But I mean, one of Tim's arguments about it is that he felt that for those who would rely heavily or solely on AI art, are cheating. Right. That was his big argument. Now when we were going over the art, when we were actually going over the article,
right,
one of the points was made that they thought, or one of the arguments they were trying to make was it might make it easier for manga creators, because I don't know, Chris, you might have heard about this. I know, Rick, you know about this because I mentioned this last night, and Metal backed me up on this when I mentioned this. So over in Japan, it's been pretty well known that manga creators, really put everything they have into their work to the point to where they sacrifice their health. I mean, there are times they've had to take some lengthy hiatuses because, I know of like one situation where there was one mangaka who said he had difficulty using the bathroom because his hips were just so messed up.
Yeah. You think Chris was fast at doing stuff and tedious about working on his stuff? They make him look slow.
Yeah. It's one thing about them that I super respect is the work ethic.
Right.
They're outrageous over there.
So, guys, I just want to welcome Harvey is here. He just stopped in. And so what we're looking at right now is Rick is doing some work on his new manga piece. Rick, did I get that correct?
Yeah.
His new manga piece that he started. And then over here we have Christopher. Let me show Chris. He is focusing on
I'm doing flats for the last 2 pages of Mangai Shokin number 3.
Right, because we are launching on Saturday. Hey guys, I have a question. So we're doing a Saturday launch party and I haven't put a time. So what would you suggest on a Saturday, the best time for a launch party? Because of course, after we picked Saturday, we realized that according to the statistics on Indiegogo, the best time to launch is on a Tuesday. So we missed that wagon, but we're still going to do it on Saturday. So what do you think? Throw out some times.
Saturday, I think it's going to be real tough for you, Diana, especially if you try to do it like 10 o'clock your time. Because what I do know, one thing I do know, if you guys try to do the launch party at 10 o'clock your time on Saturday, you won't. Chances are you'll get very few people able to show up, because I know there is one very popular stream going on. That's
Mike, are you talking 10 o'clock p.m.? Are you talking 10 o'clock? Are you talking 10 o'clock p.m. or a.m.?
Right.
p.m. Yeah, it wouldn't be that late for sure, because I'm usually in bed. Hey, Timothy, welcome.
Well,
so
I would suggest either. In some ways, I say afternoon, but or it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd go around noon or 1, because you got to consider maybe the West Coast. They'd be just getting up.
Mm-hmm.
It's noon here. People like to go out on Saturday afternoon a little bit for shopping or whatever.
Right.
Maybe run some small errands. But you also definitely don't want to do Saturday night, because a lot of people will be out spending, money.
Well,
earning.
they're either out or there is some pretty dynamic streams already going. So I'm not really worried about it. Like, obviously, we want to do a launch party. We want to do something fun.
Yeah, I might change my launch date to Tuesday then.
You know, but it's a 60-day campaign, so we will surely, do okay. I just, like I said, I kind of.
Go ahead.
No, that's all right. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask Timothy, is that actually live or is that just for people to preview?
West Side Saturday Night Live. I have no idea.
No, for the Fund My Comic for Melvin.
That thing is, it's not live. It's a preview. If it's the same one I saw. It will be live soon, though.
Well, Timothy's asking what kind of stream is it. It's a draw stream, Tim. I'm just here just providing commentary, just talking about stuff like bringing up some of the stuff we talked about last night over the weekend and stuff like that.
And I'm just hosting it so my artist friends and husband can draw and people can observe what they're doing. What kind of a stream is this, Timothy? It's a draw stream. Diana's draw stream number 2 is right there in the title. Ta-da!
Oh, you got me.
So I'm still mulling it over. An early afternoon is possible. I know that Chris and I have to make a decision so we can start advertising. And we're going to be doing some shows next week, so that will be cool. But yeah, I just wanted to know what your opinion was, and anybody that might be listening who has some thoughts, feel free to message us.
Yeah, I'll have to be there. I have to look again what the prices are. I gotta put some money on my pay-as-you-go.
Yep.
Maybe I can try and be the first one, like Chris was the first one for mine.
As long as I don't screw up the opening. Remember the last time I did this? I opened it up like 4 hours early or something like that. Was it a day early or something?
Yeah, it was so silly. I was like, oh dear, we didn't plan this well.
We didn't know. I just realized Indiegogo doesn't really have a pre-approval process.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to have to submit it like you do with Kickstarter.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, Kickstarter doesn't even have it anymore either.
I didn't know that.
They don't?
Well, I don't know if you guys noticed. You're gonna probably want to start, because with Indiegogo and Kickstarter and them doing some of the stuff they've been doing of late, you guys might want to consider using like Fund My Comic a bit more, or just your own website.
Well, I was going to go with them on this campaign, but we already started on Indiegogo. But he's got a wait list anyway, so by the next time, it should be something that is achievable,
Right.
Well,
right.
It's not that much of a wait list. They're in the beta and they're having like 50 people or something like that. And I haven't got it. I'm gonna have my launch on probably Tuesday. I was gonna go April 1st, but I might wait till my stream on Tuesday. And I'm just doing a second chance campaign for not this Tuesday, but the Tuesday after.
Right.
A second chance campaign over there and trying to get more people seeing my stuff for Canadian Shield 2. Beyond that, I don't know what I'm going to do to make it special or whatever.
Now you'll figure it out. I mean,
but tomorrow I will be taking live on stream. I will be taking down the Indiegogo one, or shutting down the in-demand part.
Yep.
So,
yeah, actually, over the last 2 or 3 weeks here, I've had a couple of, like the one I just told you about, and then there was another interesting AI art generator story that I was following as well. I don't know if you guys heard about this one on Gab, the social media site Gab. They apparently developed an AI art generator, simulator, whatever, called Gabby, in which I guess the writer I was reading from, the article I was reading from, they were using it to de-wokeify some of the legacy characters that Hollywood has been wokeifying of late. It was a pretty interesting. It was a pretty interesting thing. In fact, it wasn't like last night. It was the week before. Rick can tell you about some of this because I was even showing him and Tim some of the results. When we were talking not last night but last week. Rick, you remember your reaction to the Lara Croft attempt?
Yeah. Like I said, I went and I tried the one over on Gab, and I didn't find it all that good myself.
You didn't? I don't think I've heard of it, but that's me, and I'm not as
well. This story's only like 2 or 3 weeks old. I did the first story I think like 3 weeks ago, and then the follow up was like the following Monday.
Right.
Well, she might be talking about Gab. Gab is a site similar to Twitter or Facebook, maybe a combination of the two.
Okay.
And they through your messaging system on it, they've got it so you can do AI art on it.
Oh my word! Seriously?
Yeah.
So it's going to be the new latest thing.
Yeah. I've been on Gab for a good year or two myself. Yeah. I haven't got a lot of traction on it, and it's more conservative, Christian based.
Yep.
A lot more free speech.
Right. Let's see. So Timothy Guys has said that he said, "Oh, I have a reason why you guys should not support AI art. Because AI art supposedly takes from existing art, thus it's stealing, and one of the commandments is thou shalt not steal." Oh, dear God.
Well, I think one of the things we kind of got into last night a little bit too was some people were indicating that NFTs are a form of AI art.
Well, no, I wouldn't say it was AI art, but I think it's sort of sparked the AI art because a lot of people were just, they draw one image and change, either the color thing or just do multiple little different things, in it. And I wouldn't say that AI art is stealing because taking, from a million different images to create one image, that's like, saying any of us drawing something inspired by a whole bunch of different stuff.
Right.
Even trying to mimic it would be stealing somebody's art.
All right. So I'm gonna hop in and interrupt for a second because Terry has.
I was just about to mention that to you.
He's in the chat. Terry, I sent you a link. I don't know if you're up for it. We have about 20 minutes or so left. If you want to join us on the draw stream, I sent you the link, Facebook Messenger. So if you'd like to pop in, I can put you and show us your amazing stuff. So I'm trying to keep it more or less to a draw stream. Then a bunch of people in here chatting because I really want to focus on the artists that are giving their time and doing such an amazing job. All right, so I got to switch over. I've been bouncing between Rick and Christopher, who have been working really hard on their pieces. Let's see. So now
again, we can still converse as they're drawing. I mean, my face doesn't have to be on the screen for me to still talk and get conversations going as they're drawing. I'm just, as I said, I'm just adding a little color to the.
Yeah, no, you're fine, Mike. I actually sent you the link. It's fine. So I just wanted to let Terry know that he was welcome, that I'm keeping an eye. He hasn't said anything, but he might be busy. He might not be able to. I actually invited our son and daughter, who are both artists. My son was getting ready to go to bed because he works in a school setting. He's up literally, I think he gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Plus they have a little baby. Our grandson is 11 months old now, I believe, or 10 months old. 11. He's going to be 11.
Be closer to 10 than 11.
Yes. And so he texted me back and he said, I got to go to bed. I'm not doing it. And I haven't heard from my blondie, my other daughter. I don't know. She never even responded. I'm going to
well, she's a little freaked out right now.
Oh yeah, she is because of our.
she loved so we showed her the preview of the Indiegogo page, which she loved.
Yep.
But she still can't wrap her head around the goal total.
Yeah, the 1.3 million plus $1 that you decided that you
she's
were
still
going
stuck
to do.
on why I'm doing that. I told her big boys got to do big things.
I see this.
And Tim, were you asking me? Am I going to be doing a Fund My Comic?
I don't know. I think he was just throwing it out to the chat. I told him that we would definitely be doing it at some point, but we had the pre-sign up, the early sign up thing going on with Indiegogo.
Yeah, my next project will be done through Comic Funder, unless there's some unforeseeable.
You mean Fund My Comic, Chris?
What's that?
You mean Fund My Comic?
No.
Yes, I need to get the name down right, don't I?
Yeah. Be helpful. But that's okay, honey. We understand.
Crowdfunder was the bad one that just kicked out all of the CG guys, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, technically, they only
that's getting a lot of heat because of the whole situation with Mike Barron.
Right.
Yeah. Well, technically, they only did it to one, but they basically said they don't want CG because they think they're a hate group going based on stuff that they don't misinformation, disinformation.
It's all going back to the whole situation surrounding Mike Barron and this little group of individuals sitting there trying to get him kicked off of every possible publishing funder site. They basically just went after him and just told him this, that, and the next thing about they got him kicked off of Indiegogo, they got him kicked off of Crowdfunder, So that's the whole reason why CG's been pushing Fund My Comic of late because of that.
Well, I like Luke. I think he's going to do a fine job with it. So,
right,
it should be interesting. Because I think in a couple of years he'll be doing really well with it.
But yeah, Timothy, I'm going to be starting one a week from Tuesday. Fund My Comic. Basically, second chance for Canadian Shield and Snowdrift.
Hey Tim, I have a question for you. So Chris and I are doing our Mengai Yoshokin launch on Saturday, and I was asking the guys, for an idea for time. So, what do you think about a time? Like, what time do you think we should launch?
I will give it an Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, Eastern Standard Time. Yes. So,
well, you guys know when I give times, I will usually give Pacific time and usually the alternate time of whoever I'm talking to. So it's like with you guys, obviously Eastern.
Right. Morning. So Tim, you're saying evening, morning, the launch. Yes. The evening, the morning, the afternoon. I don't give a flying flippity flip, whatever you want.
Afternoon delight.
Do a wake up stream for a launch party. A wake up stream.
Yeah, but if they did it like a 9 or 8 o'clock, even 10 o'clock, that would be real early on the West Coast.
That would be too early.
That'd be like anywhere between 8 and 10 on the East Coast would be like between 5 and 7 on the West Coast.
Sure.
And granted, my computer may still be on, but it's usually on, Otaku No Radio, and I'm usually still in bed, not even quite up yet at that time.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Seize the freaking carp.
Well, what I'm gonna do now, Diana, if it's okay, I'm gonna share my link for tonight's show with an invite, for everybody. Come check out right after you guys are done here. So I'm gonna do that right now.
Go back and check Chris, see what he's doing. Yep, and I'll post it up on the thing.
I'm still working on flats, babe.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Rick's buzzing along. I'm trying to give you guys both, like, make sure
Airtime.
air. Even though we can still see what you're doing, but
Yeah.
I think it's nice to have a close up if anybody is looking or anybody that's going to rewatch this stream.
I don't know. I wasn't prepared for a close up.
And if there are any other artists who would like to join us, I'm thinking this might be a Monday night thing for me. You can reach out to us or send us a, let's see, we're on Twitter, Facebook. Here we go.
HeroShack.com. We're on Gmail.
All right. So here is, let's see, it should be coming up any minute now. Okay. Mike is inviting everybody to get a nightly dose of niche news tonight at 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Mike stand. And he has sent the link down below. So viewers, if you're not in the chat and you would like to join Mike, he always does a fantastic show. Please feel free and mosey on over. We are, this stream goes until 9 o'clock. And then we are going to mosey on out too.
Well, hopefully you guys will drop by and say hi on my stream.
Yeah.
As I told you, there's one of the stories I'll be covering tonight. Of course, we more towards the end of the stream, but it's the Detective Comics 27 going on sale on the auction block.
Nice.
So you guys might want to check that one out. That will be more towards the end of the show, or more towards like.
Mike, how long do you normally stream? A couple hours, right? Usually 2 hours.
Yeah. Well, So right now, the Sunday and Friday show. The Sunday is a panel show. Friday is a historical comic retrospect. I usually try to slot out about 2 hours for those shows. Now, right now, the Monday through Thursday show, those are the newscast shows.
Okay.
I've been going about an hour and a half, but I'm actually thinking about cutting that down even a little bit more, to like an hour.
Right.
Now on that, what I do is I will usually cover some, niche news articles, and then I have a couple other segments. I do the wrestling wrap up, where I do the wrestling news, and then do the this day in niche history segment. So,
right.
I'm actually considering cutting it down to like those shows Monday to Thursday, about to an hour. Partly because it seems like getting viewers, to stick around long enough to get through all the material is a little bit much. So, but also, like, I know some people are either finishing up or like by 7 o'clock or start, like Rick has his stream at like 7 on Tuesdays. You guys might still be on. Maybe I'll try to pop in a little bit more so I can do more promo work. Now, are you doing this every night this week, Diana, or is this just it for this week?
We are tonight. I know we obviously are doing the draw stream. Hey, Tim, I'm going to hold on a second, Mike. I want to put up Tim's campaign on Fund My Comics. So
go ahead.
The game plan is for us to stream every night this week. Tomorrow, we haven't come up with a theme yet. It won't be a draw stream, I don't think, unless Chris is up for that again. I don't know what he wants to do, Mr. Chris.
I'll come up with
you are streaming every night this week, basically.
Yes, we are going to stream every night this week, probably at the 8 o'clock time frame. 8 to 9 is what I'm thinking.
Is that including on Wednesday?
Well, Wednesday is our normal show. So we'll do our normal show on Wednesday, which Chris is
at 9.
Not pre-show from 8:30 to 9, and then 9 o'clock.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's just the long intro.
This is just the long intro. I'm sorry. That's what he calls it, the long intro. So I just want to point out Timothy is doing his Melvin campaign is on fundmycomic.com. Is that the new
that's the new site, and he's just showing a preview of the campaign at this point. It's not actually live.
Okay, so it's just the preview, but that's okay. Hey, that's awesome. And that's Luke Stone, right? Luke Stone is hitting that up.
Yeah.
Call your stream boobs. Now that I got your attention. Oh my God, Timothy. Tim, we are not going to call a stream boobs. No. I am sorry.
We could do a boob stream tomorrow, honey.
We could. We're not. No.
Well, it's just
it's boobs, all clothes. All
right,
clothed boobs.
All right, guys. I'm gonna head out because I got to go. Of course, finish prepping my show. Got a couple last minute things to do before I start my show. But thank you for having me, and I hope to see you guys in a few minutes here. When you guys are done here, hopefully you guys drop by to say hi and check out what I'm doing, what I'm talking about tonight.
All right.
I'll talk to y'all later.
Mike. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye now. Now that I got you, okay. Yes, I did. I did see that. I just stumbled over the word boobs. I'm sorry. It was just like
So
only
tomorrow night's topic is boobs.
is boobs. No, he just said call it boobs. Call it.
Oh,
Call
so we
it
don't actually have to talk about boobs. We just have to call
No,
it
I'm not
boobs.
using my picture, so no.
Yes, he's saying use some clickbait.
Yeah, clickbait. Boobs. Have a big set of boobs up there. See how many people pop in for that.
You want me to Google that?
No, I don't think so. I don't think we're going to do that. But that was, thank you for offering. I appreciate that.
Well.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I wonder when they create the panels whether you can actually.
Poor Terry must have had some stuff come up because I know that happens in life. I'm sorry he didn't make it. So Terry from Mighty Geek Studios is another fantastic artist. He had indicated that he was going to try to make it, but like I said, he popped in the chat and then he kind of disappeared. So things happen. I get it.
Timothy says he's going for a trillion plus $1.
I see that. Yes, he's going to go for $1 trillion. That seems to be the thing now. So yes. So Chris,
how ridiculous would $1 trillion be?
I think I know a lot of people are taken aback by the amount that you decided.
Yeah, it's been an interesting experience, and it's not even live yet.
And I think it's fun. It's a fun amount. We just Chris has a whole rhyme and reason behind why he chose that amount. I personally was like, okay, yeah, if we really want to do that, I'm not gonna say no, but I don't anticipate us making that. Well, that's why it's not going to be, it's going to be a flex goal, honey. And I'm like, okay, sure, why not? Let's just have some fun with it.
Well, the first and most important thing to remember is the second anybody hears it, they're like, that puts a little note in their head. They may not back the project because of it. They may not even look at it, but they might, because there's a weird little 1.3 million plus $1. It's a little weird. That's my thought on it. It's a little.
I know.
Yeah,
You're right.
And I have an excellent strategy for the next campaign after it, but I won't tell anybody till the next campaign.
Don't say that. But the one thing that I know that I've learned in life is like you're questioning. You're like, hey guys, so I'm just going to shoot for this 1 million. I can't even think.
1.3 million plus $1.
1.3 million plus the $1. I'm going to ask for it. Why not? I mean, they're only going to. It's not. They can only say no, right? You can only go, yeah, that's not going to happen. He's an idiot. Okay, yeah, well, we're idiots. But it's fun. It's fun to think, what about the possibilities, the dream? Like, what?
Well, in the end, the flex goal is still the flex goal, and that's why I'm doing it that way, because I know I can get the books out no matter how many are ordered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, so let's dream big for a second. Let's pretend Elon Musk takes pity on me and drops whatever it takes to get to 1.3 million plus $1. We could turn that and really make this company fly then. We could hire some really good talent to work on some of the other titles, and we could have some fun with that, make some sort of a future out of it. Whereas right now we're doing great, but we're not like, I'm not going to be able to hire talent for books for a while.
All right. So meanwhile, Timothy is trying to come up with names for the draw stream or the stream for tomorrow night. And he's come up with boobs. Obviously, you guys heard that. That's not
Diana beats me. Help.
Yes. Diana beats me. Help. Or what was the other one? Something about kitties.
If you don't back a million baby kitties will die.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, there it is. Yeah. If you don't back, 1,000,000 baby kitties will die.
Hey, 1.3 million reasons plus a
There you go.
kitten.
To back it.
Plus a kitten.
So we have about 5 minutes left of this fun draw stream. I'm having a good time. It was nice to have Mike. Mike's always somebody. He's a good host. He has a lot of information that he shares to keep things going in the right direction. So this has been fun. Let's see who do I have. All right, so let's switch it out to Chris a little bit.
Oh, you don't have to switch it to me. I'm still messing around over here with my colors.
Yeah, but I'm trying to be fair. Tim doesn't
Yeah.
mean, I'm just trying to be fair. New name for a stream. Don't make me flick boogers at you. Can you imagine? You're on YouTube, just like, yeah, I'm going to see if there's any fun things on YouTube. Boobs. Oh, yeah. What? A million? No. Kitties are going to die? Wait, Diana beats me up. And the best. Don't make me flick boogers at you. Oh, my God.
That might be the one.
That might be the one. We're not going to do that. No.
Why not? Are you even going to be there for it?
Tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that made me feel confident.
Yeah, I am going to be there for it. Yes, I will. We still didn't narrow it down when we're starting our show.
We didn't what?
We still don't know. We still don't know. We have to find out when we should launch. When should we do the actual launch on Saturday?
I would suggest somewhere between noon and 3.
Noon and 3, Rick. Okay. Thank you.
You know I'm going to screw that up, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to make guys, I have to remember, so Chris takes a nap around 1. So he's up at 4 a.m. So we could actually do a very early morning one, but I'm not up. But you could be up.
I'm not up at 4 a.m.
I know.
Hey, we could do a 24-hour marathon.
No, we're not. I won't be able to do that.
You wouldn't, but I could start it. You could join in the middle, and then I could finish it. Ooh. Now your little head is rotating, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm sitting here going, I don't think that's going to work either.
You don't.
Yeah, because you get bored of being there by yourself for after 10 minutes and end it.
Yes, he would. Or he'd fall asleep and you.
No, I'll just run pre-show. I'll run pre-show footages. I'll make sure there's a man guy commercial in between every video, and I'll promote everything that weekend.
Yeah. But we are planning to do some fun things during the pre-launch show. And those, I believe, we will give a little information on Wednesday to try to build some excitement. It's just I'll be honest, I'm a little concerned about the time and the day we picked. But
I'm not concerned at all. It's going to be perfect. You know why?
Why, Chris? Go ahead and say
April Fools.
It's April Fools, exactly.
That's right. It's going to be wonderful.
It's going to be wonderful.
Yeah, you can
Expect
just say
big things.
You can say you'd be a fool not to get this book.
There you go.
I still like the idea of 1.3 million plus a kitten. Like that could be code for back it, or else 1.3 million plus a kitten is in trouble.
1.3 million plus a kitten.
Yeah, that would be 1.3 million kittens plus a kitten.
Or there's come see what fool I've been with my funding goal.
Oh my goodness. All right, gentlemen, we have 1 minute left. Actually, it is now 9 o'clock. So we are going to officially end this draw stream. I hope you guys have gotten some work done. Rick, that looks really amazing. I'm very intrigued by.
Don't forget, Mike is going live. Probably started already, but he may have gone.
Mike,
have you guys noticed in the beginning he puts on music? Every time I tune him in, he puts on music and leaves me there.
He does, doesn't he? It's so funny. It's like, I'll be back. I'm like,
Yeah, he does it for about the first 10 seconds because he wants to make sure he's live before he talks.
Yeah.
No, last time I went over there, right?
It's so funny.
I think I was the only one, and so he was waiting for more people.
Yep.
So basically, he went, "Okay, guys, I'll be back in a minute. Let's get some more nice people in here." And the music started. That was it. I was like, "Oh, I had to wait," but it was all right.
Funny. That's so funny.
I'm just having fun. I'm gonna go see what he's doing right now.
Yeah, we're gonna head over. We're gonna pop into Mike's show really quick, and yes, we know we can have flyers made at Sticker Mule. You could use for
Hey,
advertising.
wait a minute. Don't turn off. Oh, I don't have the cam hooked up. We do have pins.
Yes, we do. We can show
Yeah,
those on
actually-
Wednesday. We'll show them
Yeah,
Wednesday.
we'll show them.
So, all right, guys.
And we got those from Sticker Mule.
Rick, thank you so much
Ah.
for sharing your amazing talent, and Christopher, you as well. And for those people that are watching, thank you so much for tuning in. It's been fun. And go and check out the mic stand. He is now streaming. He's a fun guy. He's got a lot of information about comics and history. And tomorrow night we will be streaming again, trying to build a little momentum for our launch party on Saturday. So we will be sending out links and all that good stuff probably tomorrow morning. Other than that, you guys have a great night. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, everybody.
Later.